What happens to you while you sleep? Your body rests, but your consciousness travels and your mind stays fully active. Where does it go? Very few people know the answer, but over the centuries, spiritual traditions and scientific research have been shedding light on this mystery. What I'm about to reveal to you could change your perspective on sleep and the very nature of consciousness forever. If you've ever had a dream so real, it felt like another life. Share it in the comments. These experiences can reveal a lot about the mysteries of consciousness. Sleep has always been a puzzle for humanity. Since ancient times, cultures around the world believe that when we sleep, the soul detaches from the body and travels to other realms. In ancient Egypt, dreams were seen as messages from the gods. In Greece, philosophers like Plato spoke of the soul accessing higher realities during rest. Today we know that sleep is essential for the brain and memory to function. But there's something much deeper happening during certain stages of sleep. Brain activity behaves similarly to deep meditation states and even near-death experiences. Studies show that in this state, our perception of time and reality completely changes. But here's the thing, if consciousness were just a product of the brain, why do so many people report lucid experiences, spiritual encounters, and visions that defy logic during sleep? Are they just illusions, or is something real happening? And the answer may lie in a phenomenon few people know about: the journey of consciousness. The detachment from the physical body is a fascinating process that happens every night. But few people truly realize what's going on. When you sleep, your body enters a deep state, your brain frequency slows down, and your perception of the physical world dissolves. But does that mean your consciousness also shuts off? The answer is no. In fact, while your body rests, your mind remains active, operating on levels that science is still struggling to understand. During sleep, we go through different stages, and it's in the REM rapid eye movement state that the most vivid dreams and the most intriguing experiences happen. But there's something beyond that. Research from the Monroe Institute and scientists like Dr. Charles Tart suggest that in this state, consciousness can literally detach from the physical body and access other dimensions of reality. This phenomenon is known as astral projection or out-of-body experience. But why don't most people notice this? And the explanation may lie in how we've been conditioned to view reality. From a young age, we're taught that what can't be measured or touched doesn't exist. However, those who've experienced out-of-body experiences report an indescribable sense of freedom, an expanded perception of the universe, and even the ability to visit places they've never been before. There are documented accounts of people who, upon entering this state, were able to describe events and locations far from where their physical bodies were. One of the most well-known cases is that of researcher Robert Monroe, who dedicated his life to studying the projection of consciousness and wrote books detailing his experiences in non-physical realms. And there's one crucial detail: your emotional and mental state before going to sleep can directly influence where your consciousness goes during sleep. If you fall asleep feeling worried or fearful, you might end up accessing denser levels of the dream experience. On the other hand, if you sleep with a clear intention and a high vibration, you may enter higher states of perception during REM sleep, and the brain is most active. This is when vivid dreams happen and when strange, powerful experiences can occur. Some researchers believe that during this state, consciousness can temporarily separate from the body and explore non-physical realms. This is known as an out-of-body experience or astral projection. Most people don't remember it. Not because it doesn't happen, but because we're conditioned to dismiss what we can't measure. We're taught that what can't be seen isn't real. But thousands of people have reported floating above their body, seeing places they've never visited, and even describing events that later proved true. One of the most famous was Robert Monroe, a researcher who dedicated his life to studying consciousness. He described in detail his experiences outside the body, in other dimensions of reality. But here's a key detail. Your emotions before sleep directly influence where your mind goes. Fear and anxiety can lead to chaotic dream states, while peace and clarity may guide you into higher realms. So sleep is more than rest. It's a gateway. And how you step through it matters more than you think.